right, so Chris, with Haven Elite Academy, we always like to keep people informed on everything that's happening in the industry, tips and tricks, how they can forecast sales. We've been getting a lot of questions right now about tariffs because of the current, political situation, and a lot is changing on a daily basis,
Yes,
hourly basis. So again, tons of people asking about tariffs. What's going on?
Yeah, I think it's got everybody spooked.
Yeah.
Number one, and I think the first rule of thumb in life and in business is you can control what you can control, and if you can't control it, then I try not to worry about it.
Yeah.
So that's number one. And a lot of this, a lot of these manufacturers, moved to other countries and moved to Mexico and moved to Taiwan and moved to prepping for this scenario that China could get hit with a lot of tariffs, and well, it turns out they paid billions of dollars to move, and they still have the same problem at the end of the day. And so again, I think you can control what you can control, and you can manage what you can manage. Now, what can you control, right? And I think this is very important. And I think with change comes opportunity. And we talk about this a lot in Haven Elite, but I think anytime there's change, it presents opportunities. And sometimes those opportunities are in your favor and sometimes they're not. But I think there's always a way to make them in your favor if you can. And so, one of my, and this, I haven't even talked to my dad about it, and I can't wait to talk to him about it, but one of the things that my dad talked to me early in my career, or maybe even pre-career, as I grew up, my dad was an entrepreneur, and he mentioned, he would all tell stories about in the early 80s late 70s, early 80s, when the inflation was going crazy, that on the quotes that they were doing, they usually said valid for 60 days or valid for 30 days or whatever. They changed those quotes to valid for today. And if you need, if you're not buying right now, when you're ready to buy, give us a call and we can requote and reprice based on the current situation. And I think we might be headed in that direction based on the amount of change that's happening, the magnitude of change that's happening, and the frequency of change that's happening.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows how to forecast what the future looks like in this scenario.
Sure.
And so if you can't forecast, what do you do? Well, you shorten the timeline, right? And so you don't have to forecast as much.
Yep.
And in some cases, I think, and we talk a lot about processes in Haven Elite, but as part of the process, I think we need to start thinking about how do we implement these shorter timelines on these quotes. And actually, it may be an opportunity because you can say literally, here's the price that I can promise you today.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And if you sign today, this will be in stone and we can get going because we can lock in our costs today.
Order the product and
everything, right? I know what my cost on this is right now.
Yeah.
I think this is actually one of those where it's an opportunity to shorten the timeline on purchases because we don't know in 6 months, this might be 30% more expensive.
Yeah.
Right. And I think most of the people in business today have never gone through these situations where inflation or whatever comes out of this tariff situation, which is going to look like inflation, takes hold. And so I think you have to react to it and change the practices that have been going on the last 30, 40 years because now we're in a new environment.
Sure. I mean, you're in an interesting position because you're running we have the install team who's out there selling the product, but you're also on the manufacturing side of things.
Yeah.
So you can really see, I mean, you're getting hit by the tariff and then you're having to trickle down the tariff to the next, to the install team.
Yeah.
So you get an interesting perspective on this for sure.
Yeah. And I think one of the nice things, one of the benefits that we get is the whole world is going to feel this, right? I mean, Amazon controls 60% of commerce and Amazon, majority of stuff in Amazon is made not here.
Yeah.
Right. And so, and even if it's not finally made here, I mean, there's a lot of stuff called made in America that's 50% made here, and the other 50% is made somewhere else. Sure. So the cost is going to go up pretty much on everything because of all the countries hit by this. And so you need to be able to react and think about, A, what do I need to do to be healthy in my business, and B, is there an opportunity here? And I think both scenarios are true.
Yeah. So we are, I mean, this may change. I think it might be worth mentioning. This is April 3rd, 2025 when we're recording this.
Right.
Is there anything you know right now that you can tell people that's something that's changed even this early on, or are we still waiting to see what happens?
I think there will be more change. I think part of this is negotiations happening. So I think this is how much can we stress the system, and how much can we how much can we do to try to make the world a more equal playing field?
Yeah.
Because frankly, it really wasn't an equal playing field for us. I didn't think.
Yeah.
In the U.S. as far as tariffs go.
Yep.
So I think this is trying to flatten that out across the world, and I think this will shake itself out.
Yeah.
I'm putting my money on Amazon and their lobbyists, hopefully,
to help
which I'm sure they have a lot of to help try to say, hey, this is shaking up the world here. What can we do? And so I'm sure he's getting pressure from both sides, and we'll see how it shakes out. But we can control what we control.
Yeah.
We can turn this into some opportunities because people are going to want to shorten that buying cycle because they don't know what's going to, and nobody knows what's going to happen as far as the pricing moving forward.
Yep. Okay. Maybe final words. Is there anything right now, today, people should be doing to be preparing for this? I mean, you've talked about you don't know what you don't know, but like, should you start raising your prices anyway, or what should you do right now?
Yeah. So
today?
we have not raised prices today. What that looks like moving forward, I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah.
But if sitting in my installation installation company seat, I can tell you what we will start doing is shortening that
Sure, that's good.
quote valid days, right? Because we just don't know what that looks like, and whether you're buying from us or any manufacturer, it really doesn't matter. I think the same is true, and I think this applies to way more industries than lighting. I think it applies just about to everybody. I know the car industry is shaking up right now, and I don't think there's an industry that isn't hit by this to some degree. And we'll see how it goes. But control what you can control. Shorten your buying valid price purchase, and keep watching your costs, because your costs are going to change across the board. It's not like, I think we've been in this world where zero interest rates there for a while, and very low interest rates after, and you only had to look at your costs once a quarter, once every 6 months, something like that. And I think this market is going to cause you're going to have to look at your costs weekly.
Yeah. To make sure you're set up for success.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this has been great. So sign up for Haven Elite Academy if you're interested in real-time updates for your business. I mean, there's never really a better time than right now to sign up, because things are changing. So it's better to get your systems and processes and everything figured out.
Absolutely.
Now.
Absolutely.
So visit shophaven.com, find the Haven Elite Academy link there, and sign up. And be sure to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're on our website, click around and you'll find other videos about Haven Elite Academy and tons of stuff. We have tons of great videos on there. So
yeah, we're here to help.
Here to help. Thanks for watching.